27, 2024. My name is Fabian Kuya presenting, and these are the top stories. House of Representatives begins revision of a bill seeking to establish toll payment system in Liberia. Aggrieved commissioners of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights filed writ of prohibition before the Supreme Court against its chairperson. Accountability Lab Liberia launches National Social Accountability Project to promote public sector transparency and accountability. In South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa accuses the country's main opposition leader of trying to create a parallel government in breach of the constitution. These stories and much more, including sports, the weather report, the news in simple English and French. Also coming up is an ELBC commentary titled, "The National Port Authority Truly a Gateway to the Nation's Economy." But first, Emmanuel Cully and the news bulletin.
The House of Representatives is reviewing a bill seeking to establish a toll payment system in Liberia. A toll is a system where fees are paid to access passage for motorists. The crafter of the bill and River G County District 2 Representative Asik Cholope Wu says such payment would generate resources to maintain major corridors within the country.
This toll-way payment system has to do with road. We think that the revenue generated from this project will go a long way in constructing new roads, reconditioning roads, infrastructure development, and most especially vehicles that are plying the streets are not only from Liberia.
Representative Wu believes the setting up of the toll system in Liberia will amend government's revenue generation capacity. Representative Wu said if passed into law, the toll system will be the first ever revenue source for the Liberia to be on par with other countries within the sub-region. 4 commissioners of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights have filed a writ of prohibition before the Justice in Chambers for the alleged seizure of their salaries by the commissioner. Consider Brown accused the commissioners Nvidia Reis, Pendaris Allison of violating Article 15 of the Commissioners 2005, which prohibits commissioners from engaging in any paid occupation, business, or profession. In the 7-count petition filed by one of the petitioners, Consider Nvidia Reis averred that all commissioners are co-equal and collective decisions are made by majority members and implemented by the chairperson. They averred that only the President of Liberia has the authority to reprimand any member of the Board of Commissioners, saying Consider Brown has never instructed or was never instructed by President Buhari to seize their salaries. But in a letter dated June 24, a copy of which is in the possession of this station, the RNCHR chairperson, Consider Dexter Brown, alleged that the commissioners have abandoned their duties. Accountability Lab has launched the National Social Accountability Project to promote public sector transparency and accountability. The project seeks to increase citizens' participation and engagement with civil society organizations in local governance across the country. Speaking at the project launch, Accountability Lab Executive Director Lawrence Yelu said the 18-month project will run in 2 phases.
This project is also aimed to help address issues of building citizens' trust and confidence, not just in local government, but also in national government.
He disclosed phase 1 will run from June to December 2024 and phase 2 will run from January to December 2025, targeting women and girls organizations, youth and marginalized communities, among others. The UNDP-funded project will be implemented in 4 regions comprising Western, Central, Southeastern, and South to Southeast. Grand Bassa County District 4 Representative Alfred Flomo is calling for increased investment in agriculture to enhance the country's rice production. Representative Flomo said investing in agriculture, especially rice farming, is critical to address long-standing artificial hike in the price of the commodity. He believes such investment will go a long way in making Liberia self-sufficient in food production and empower local farmers.
This is about time that Liberia concentrate less on importation and engage in mechanized rice farming in Liberia, so Liberia can have a little bit of food security and be self-sufficient.
The House co-chair on agriculture and fishery wants government open large farms for mechanized rice production. The Grand Bassa County District full lawmaker said with the country's rich soil, Liberia has great agriculture potential that should be tapped on. The traffic courts at the Temple of Justice are sent to jail Ambrose Ware, an official of Insurance Company for Africa, for contempt of court. A reporter who was on the scene said the reported contempt offender was handcuffed by court officer before taken to prison. Suspect Ware was among the RCA management team to include the general manager Charles Nana Kufuor-Amoah and Eric Cassell, comptroller agreeing all of an action road traffic accidents resulting into property damage fought by American Global Industries Group of companies. Officials of the Insurance Company of Africa were all arrested by the acting traffic court judge Anthony Ben-Barko for alleged failure to comply with the court's order. The court's order grew out of a vehicle subject to litigation in connection with the road accident. The Executive Director of Women in Media Development, Seattle Scout Johnson, has emphasized the importance of female journalists on understanding key concepts on sexual and reproductive health and rights. Speaking Thursday at the end of a 3-day workshop in Monrovia, Madam Scout Johnson urged female journalists to engage with value clarification and attitude transformation on issue. She wants the media empowered to challenge existing norms, promote gender equality, and advocate for comprehensive sexual education.
SRHR, which is Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights, is very important for every society. As a society, if we don't elevate the conversation around SRHR and other rights, we will not be able to move our society forward. And the only way we can elevate that conversation is to have the media involved.
The former Fiji president said empowering the media will enable them report on gender-sensitive issues, which is essential to the well-being of persons and communities. The training, organized by Women in Media Development and sponsored by the Amplifying Rights Network, with over 20 journalists in attendance. People believed to be workers of the Salala Rubber Company in Royal Amagibi County first staged a protest resulting into the destruction of the company's facilities. A correspondent said the protesters stormed the residential area and set ablaze the general manager's residence before burning the company's central office. The protest is reportedly triggered by a perceived lack of interest in the plight of the management of the Salala Rubber Company management to look into the plight of the workers. The plantation workers have been on a go-slow action in recent times, trying to claim the attention of the management. A correspondent says so far, the police have made no arrest to the situation. Minister of Mines and Energy Raymond Pay is in Abuja, Nigeria, attending the 11 sessions of the Ministerial Follow-up Committee and Technical Advisory Committee. The regional meetings of energy ministers have been ongoing since Tuesday, June 25, and will conclude today. The Ministry of Mines and Energy is a leading contributor to the national budget, and its budget performance has been brilliant under the stewardship of Minister Pay. As of June 17, 2024, the Mines and Energy Ministry has released $56.13 million, which is 50% of the $112 million projected in the 2024 national budget. Meanwhile, Mines and Energy Minister is expected to return from Abuja on Friday, June 28. Agriculture Minister Dr. Alexander Nuta is leading a Liberian delegation at the ongoing launch of the Fertilizer and Social Health Cup for West Africa and the Sahel. The event is taking place at the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture in Abana City, Oyo State, in Nigeria. It is in creating an enabling environment for a sustainable and full-secure future for West Africa and the Sahel. All the members of the Liberian delegation are Moses Bayan, Deputy Minister for Rural Development, Research and Extension, Mercy La, Head of Root and Tuber, Central Agricultural Research Institute, Harris Yanko, Head of Natural Resource Management, Kari, and Dr. Moses Zulu, Soil Scientist, Research Project. It is said the launch of the Fertilizer and Soil Health Hub is a significant step towards enhancing agricultural productivity in ensuring full security in the region. And Gender Minister Birmingham Harris Colley has vowed to decentralize the activities of the ministry. Minister Colley said every program done at central office will be replicated across the various counties. She was speaking recently in Sanukuri, Nima County at the climax of phase 2 of her county tour.
Emmanuel Cully and the news bulletin. He returns a little later, hopefully, with the weather report and foreign news. One of the big stories we're following, Accountability Lab Liberia launches National Social Accountability Project to promote public sector transparency and accountability. The House of Representatives is reviewing a bill seeking to establish a tollways payment system in Liberia. A toll is a system where fees are paid to access passage for motorists. The crafter of the bill in River G County District 2 Representative Isaac Wu believes such system will generate resources to maintain major corridors in the country. He spoke in an interview with our legislative reporter, Emmanuel Cully, at the Capitol Thursday.
This act, is passed into law, will help the Liberian people in creating revenue. This tollway payment system has to do a role. We think that the revenue generated from this project will go a long way in constructing new